of the Jack Refix.
Hey, what's up everybody? This is JP with GamingAuthority.com, and this video, we're actually just here to talk about Madden 17. The outcome of this game really has nothing to do with it, but Madden 17 is right around the corner, and I want to let you guys know that there is going to be some big things happening with GamingAuthority.com. I will let you know more in the coming videos, but we got something special happening, a little collaboration. That's all I'll say for now, but let's get back to Madden 17, the game itself, and just a few tips to make you a better person at the game all around. And it doesn't matter about your stick skills or user skills or which play you pick. It's all about paying attention to what your opponent is doing and adjusting. You gotta make adjustments. Like, for instance, I have a very fast turbo blitz that can come in almost every play. Now, there's certain ways, like certain styles of play, that it won't come in, and if your opponent is doing it, then you have to adjust. So, like, a couple times I try to do it, and he would be doing play action, and then that wouldn't let my turbo blitz come in. So I'd have to adjust. I can't just you can't just stay in that defense, because then he'll be able to pick it apart by just doing play action. You know, so you have to adjust. Even in this game on offense, I usually have my set scheme that I run, and actually this guy did a real good job of shutting it down. And then I had to adjust and find where he was weak, find where he wasn't covering people. So the most important thing is just paying attention to what you're doing, paying attention to what your opponent is doing, and adjust to it. That goes for any Madden. And of course, you know, your user skills and play calling and defense, and finding that good blitz for you, you know. But the biggest thing is just adjusting. You got to adjust on both defense and offense. See, here's the play that I like to run, and it finally worked there. And I'm just going no huddle because that's what he was doing, and that irks me when people right out of the gate go no huddle. So I was just doing it to him to kind of rub it in. I didn't get my feet down there. So we go to this tight end play. This is a good play. Tight end is open like 98% of the time. So yeah, like I was doing, what I would do is, when he would call his play when I'm on defense, and I see when eventually I was doing this, I would see that he would call like a no running back set. That's when I would call my cover 6 turbo blitz. And if those of you that don't know what that is, check my other older YouTube videos, because, you know, I did put it up there for everybody. But when I would see he was going in no back sets and 5 wide with no running back, that's when I would call it, because he's not going to play. You can't play action with no running back. And then I would sack him. Look at that play. That play, he picked me off. I was going on a good run there. I wanted to at least tie it up, but we sack him. It's 2nd and 18. Still first quarter. See here. See, look, I'm trying to run my turbo blitz. but he did play action. But unfortunately for him, I had good coverage on the corners and picked him off. And even like there on defense, when I switched to the cornerback, all I would do is hold triangle, the ball hawk, and it works both on offense and defense. So I'm putting the guy in motion at 2nd and 2. Wanted to get the first down. And again, I'm just no huddling him because he pissed me off by doing it. So I did it to him. Here's that tight end play again. I was going to do it, but he ran into my guy. So you got to adjust. You got to pay attention to what your opponent's tendencies, what does he like to do. Good thing I got recovered that fumble. Here it is. I don't know if I audible out of it because I see his defense, but there's that tight end play. So and I overthrow it. We're going to have some big things going. We're still keeping our ebooks cheap. We're going to have early access of Madden, so we will have some gameplay footage for you. We will also have, I'm going to try and have ebooks for you right even before the game comes out. At least one defensive one, because I'm going to have it a couple weeks earlier, so I'm going to be able to see what works and what doesn't. And I'll still post some free plays also. But there's going to be, this year with Gaming Authority, we're going to be collaborating with somebody big. I don't want to tell anymore, but just stay tuned for that because it's going to be huge. There's also going to be, other people too. There's like 4 of us. And it's just going to be, we're experimenting. And it's just going to be fun. It's going to be a bigger year for us. Hopefully more wins for you guys. We're still going to try and set up at least one tournament. For those of you that want to join tournaments, you could go on gamingauthority.com and sign up, and when we'll have your contact information, so when we're ready to have one, we'll reach out to you. And now we're finally going in to score this game. I thought it was going to get away from me. He stops me here though, but it's only 2nd down and we're still no huddling him. This guy was so annoying to play. I mean, he's in like dime quarter defense. Look at this tight end play, and it makes him wide open. For those of you that don't know that tight end play and you want it, just ask for it in the comment section and I'll get it to you. I'll maybe even make a video of it. It goes along with my scheme, and my scheme is deadly. So look, he's play action. Just luckily, one of the linebackers did come in to make him fumble. So now I got the ball back again after I just scored, and hopefully we're gonna go in to score again before the half. So we are in pistol formation, and we audible to the passing play. 2nd and 1, and we see square wide open Terrence Williams with a huge catch for us. Look, always play action, this guy. So we had to adjust his play action. So this is what we did here. Since he was so wide open, we go to a man defense, and look what happens. Everybody's covered, and we get the coverage sack. So it's all about adjusting. You could watch this game and just see how we adjusted, and that's how you can get more wins too. Like if something's not going your way or your plays aren't working, you have to adjust. You can't just stick with it. Look, here too, we adjusted. And we got another coverage sack because who he wanted to go to was covered. And there we finally get the turbo blitz in because I think he was in a no back set. So we forced him to punt because it was 4th and 40. So we're up a touchdown. And McFadden's running like a beast. And again, no huddling. And this time we mean it because there's a minute 30 left to go in the half. And we're still running the ball because our offensive line is opening up gaping holes that a truck could run through. So it was a minute 20. We audible back into that same passing play that we just scored on. And what happens? The same thing. Terrence Williams scores on the same route. We adjusted because we saw like he was in man coverage a lot, and that route destroys man coverage. So that's the name of the game. Adjusting even to yourself. If something's not working for you, you gotta do something different. You know, if your blitz that you like to do is not working because of whatever. Look at this. That was all about adjusting. He had nobody to throw to. So we got to him, we made him fumble, we scored again, and we're instantly up 28-7 going into the half. And it's all because of adjusting. I thought after he scored and then he picked me off, I thought I was in for a long game. But we adjusted on offense and defense, and look what happened. I don't think he could win this one even if he tried, and he tries. Actually, it does become exciting at the end, score-wise. So he just throws it up, and we pick it off, but we go out of bounds. Now that's the end of the half. This is the third quarter. We receive with a huge lead. Let's see if we capitalize it. This play is my glitch play that works so many times. But he was actually doing a good job of blocking it until that play where we scored a touchdown on it finally. And we're up 35-7 because of adjusting. We made him so one-dimensional. I mean, I should have put a QB spy on the board because all he could have done is run the ball with his QB. Look, more play action. And he's no huddling still. So we're adjusting at this point. You got to set your audibles too. Setting your audibles is huge so you can adjust to the right play that you need. You know, some opponents that you face might be good against, if you call a lot of zone. Then you have to adjust and, learn that he's not as good against man defense, and then call man defense. Send a blitz that has man defense behind it. You get some, maybe turnovers that way. But it's all about knowing yourself, knowing your plays, and definitely learn a playbook. Like, learn a playbook on offense and defense, like the back of your hand, so you don't have to search what you want. If you have a blitz, say, look, he just ran it in for a touchdown because we covered everybody. I would say adjusting is the most important thing, and then learn an offensive playbook if you're not going to do a custom one. Look at that. He finally picks that play off because he adjusted. He knew that I always threw to that route, and he picked it off finally. But learn, if you're not going to do a custom playbook, take the time to make a custom playbook. If you're not going to do that, pick a playbook that's good for you, that you like, and learn it inside and out. Do the same thing for defense. If you're going to use the 4-6 playbook or a specific team's playbook or the 3-4, just learn it. And we will have ebooks on all of them, the 3-4, 4-3, 4-6, cover 2, multiple D. We're going to have ebooks on all those defensive playbooks, so you'll have some blitzes from us. But just learn it, though. You got to learn it, because you got to know what play to go to on what down, and situational plays, and where to, and the weakness of your plays and the strength of your plays. You gotta know that there's a lot to go into being good in this game, but you can make it easier by doing these little things. So if you learn a playbook, you know what play to call at what time against what defense. See right there, I kicked a field goal, but I for some reason I edited it out. But you'll know what play to pick when. And on defense, you'll know, against this set, I could run this blitz, or I could fake this blitz, and it'll confuse them, because you want to confuse your opponent also. That's another good tip, is just confusing your opponent. You don't want to run 4 verticals every play. You don't want... Look, Turbo Blitz finally got in. You don't want to do halfback screen every play, because eventually people see it enough, they will stop it. So you want to sprinkle it in. You want to have... And you also want to have an offensive and defensive scheme. Don't just run one play or 2 plays, or do not just blitz too, because you will get burned. Even if you have a good blitz, do not just blitz. You got to confuse your opponent by blitzing a little bit. So there's some games, now that I found my turbo blitz, I'm unstoppable. But there are some games that I didn't blitz and I won. And I think this guy's had it. Yep, he quit. So that's it. That was just little tips for you guys. So like the video and subscribe, and big things are coming.
Sub the Jack Refix.